Hello and welcome to Rolling with Reviews. I'm Will, and with me as always is the very rare Northwestern Sarah.
Yeah.
Named Sarah.
Named Sarah.
It's so interesting that her type is also her name. And today we're doing a review of Cascadia. Sarah, tell us a bit about this game.
All right. Cascadia is a puzzly, tile-laying, and token drafting game featuring the habitats and wildlife of the Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
You mean the area where you find the Northwestern Sarah?
Yes, and the Northwestern Will.
Oh.
In the game, you take turns building out your terrain area and populating it with wildlife. The goal is to have the largest region of each terrain type and arrange animals as noted on the goal cards. The player who scores the most points wins. All right, Will, so why did we get this?
So we played other games that they classify in the series of Verdant and Calico. Mm-hmm. And we like those games.
Yes.
And figure, well, let's give this one a shot. We were a little worried because of the hex base.
Right.
That can be a little bit much. But it also won the 2022
Spiel des Jahres.
Yes. So figured, let's try for it. And we got it in the math trade.
Yes, which is good because at that time it was out of print. So that was the only way to really get it. So what do we like about the game?
Well, it's simple to learn.
Yes.
And it has emerging complexity.
Yes, it is. You start off really simple. You've got these different goal cards. So you kind of have things to shoot for. But it gets more complex as you add more things because then you have more choices of where you can put the terrain, where you can put the animals, what you're trying to get it to do, and all those types of things. It also has a very approachable theme. I mean, I don't know anybody who they always say, oh, I hate fantasy, or I hate sci-fi. Yeah. Who hates nature?
I do. It's all racist.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, who says that?
Crazy people. Crazy people who talk to salmon. That's who.
Okay. I think for the most part, most people are going to really be okay at the very least. They're not going to be offended by the theme.
Right.
Also, the game plays pretty quickly. I mean, you might have a little initial learning curve of the puzzle aspect, but after that, it plays pretty fast. I think that covers everything we like about the game. So what do we not like about the game?
It's not for me.
Yeah,
because the visual aspect of my vision impairment, it means that playing the game, there's too much for me to keep in my head.
Yeah.
That I just can't play it.
Right. So the thing about the other two games in this series, Verdant is rectangular cards, so the adjacency of that, and it's a small grid. Will's able to keep that in his mind to keep track of it. And Cascadia Calico is also in a restricted board. And so they're easier to keep track of because there's not as many pieces and things.
Yeah, it's easier for me to compartmentalize, okay, that's done, I don't have to worry about this. Whereas, well, in this game, that could just be my new edge that I can build off of.
Right.
So it's never out of play.
Exactly. It's the sprawling nature, the fact that it can go anywhere, the fact that you gain so many tiles.
Yes.
It's just a bit too much information for him.
Yes.
So who is this for? I think it's good for almost any gamer's library because it's good for almost any gamer type.
Yes. It's easy to teach families.
Yeah. Casual gamers. This could be their main game of the night.
Yes.
Heavy gamers, that could be the, in between heavy games, type of thing. So there's a reason this won the 2022 Spiel des Jahres.
Yes, for good reason.
For very good reasons. Okay, I think then we should move on to our rating.
All right, so for our ratings, we each have 1d6 worth of ratings to give. 1 is low, 6 is high. We give a number, a reason why, add them together, and see what it rolled for us. Sarah, what did Cascadia roll for you?
Oh, it rolled a 5, and I'm sighing because it really is a lot of gameplay that I absolutely enjoy. I love this puzzle of balancing the terrain and the scoring of the animals. I wish it was on Board Game Arena because we won't be keeping this since Will can't play it. Well, he can't enjoy it, and I'll let him talk more about that. So since we're not keeping it, as much as I rated a 5, I'm sad that we're not going to be able to play it, and I just hope at some point there's an online implementation.
And for me, same thing. 5. This is a great, fantastic game that I can't play reliably. So that's why it's not a 6.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it really does feel like it could be a 6.
So you recognize that it is a good game.
It's better than a good game. It's a great game. It's a great game.
I mean, it is almost a crit.
It's a game that even though I can't play, I would recommend highly to people to check out and to pick up, because it does work with so many different levels of skill level.
Right.
It is very approachable. It's just my vision has limits, and this found where that was.
Yeah, which is, again, why I was hesitant to get it for so long, because it's been out. I mean, was it the first one? Did it come out before Calico? I can't remember.
I don't remember release dates.
I don't remember release dates. But it's been around, and it's one that's always caught my interest. And yeah, I think this would be a 12 out of 12 for us if Will could play it, because it is a darn good game.
Yes.
Alrighty.
All right. So that'll do it for us with being a 10 out of 12 for a game we're not keeping.
Yeah, that's a first. It really is a first.
That is a sad fact of reality.
Yeah.
That there are just some games that sadly don't work for us.
Yep, that's just the way it is.
Yes. All right, Sarah,
Yes.
since we're in the Pacific Northwest,
Right.
what is the eating diet of the Northwestern Sarah?
Breakfast. That was an easy one.
Yes, that was a very easy one for you.
I'd say what is the Northwest Will eat?
Vegetarian burritos.
Yeah, you do really like those.
I love those.
Yeah.
Those are great. All right, and that'll do it for us. And we've been Rolling with Reviews. And remember, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out to us on the various social media platforms at
Rolling with Two. That's TWO. We are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
And if you have time, check out the other content Nanaman has found for you, because remember, he's rolling with you.